Okay, this is the first lesson. Lesson number 1. How to get good video on a mobile device. Step 1. You're holding it wrong. When you want to take video on a mobile device, you have to consider how are other people going to look at that video. And pretty much every single time, you'll end up seeing it in landscape form. Turn it to landscape. Additionally, how much did this thing in your hands cost you? This was $1,000. I paid it all up at once because that was my Christmas present to myself last year. So good. It's like my 3rd child. I love it. I don't love it as much as my other 2, but I play with it a lot more. Landscape mode, 2 hands. That is the first thing to getting video on your phone. And this is just like, people are going to see it in landscape. Even when you're looking at video on YouTube, on BuzzFeed, on Reddit or whatever, and you're holding your phone in the standard portrait style, you're seeing it in landscape. That's how it comes. So, landscape plus 2 hands. Next. Now, what if someone's moving around? They're moving around like that. And they're moving like this, that way too. Right? If you turn with your arms, you have a problem with the human system. We are metal-boned creatures, calcium is a metal, that are basically sacks of carbon full of water. We are dynamic beings. We are bouncing. We are moving all the time. Especially you're exercise science students. All my exercise science students, you're wiggles. None of you can sit still. I sit up here and watch the rest of the class. I can sit here just like this. I see all of you. I can't stop moving. You're all like my 5-year-old. He's too cute. Anyway, so we want to try and get rid of the wiggliness inherent in human beings. So whenever you're using a camera, whether it be your phone, whether it be a video camera you're holding, whether it be a standard like picture camera. Maybe you go to a wedding and people have the disposable cameras on the tables. Holding it properly, right? Landscape mode. Bring your elbows in. Turn with your core. I'm not moving the phone because when I do that, you probably can see it. Well, or I could go out of that. Go back there. If I move it like this, it wiggles. It jiggles. My hands are moving. My arms are moving. There's a dynamic system. It's all rubber bands and water. Bouncy. You pull your elbows in, you turn with your core, it becomes much smoother. That's because you're engaging more muscles. You're engaging your core muscles, which are large, long strand muscles. It makes it much more smooth. So, elbows in, turn the core. The next bit. As you saw, I ran back and forth like a silly person across the front of the room here. And oftentimes when you're taking video, you're watching someone do a thing, right? Now you don't want to zoom in, because the zoom on your camera, no matter how good your phone is, no matter how good whatever camera you're using is, zooming in causes loss on definition, and it causes a fisheye lens effect. Because the lenses on all cameras, all of them, are a bubble. It's like a half a bubble. And the software within this device helps mitigate that kind of curvature, but it doesn't really get rid of it. In the next project, we're actually going to visibly see it. We're going to make it happen. We're going to look at what happens when you move somebody from the edge of a frame to the middle to the edge again. You'll notice they go, woo, they grow. Because there's a certain amount of lensing effect. We want to make sure that doesn't happen. We also want to be able to follow any action that's going on. So, if you can stand still, great. Feet shoulder width apart. Do not lock your knees. A little bit of a horse stance, right? A little bit of a horse stance, like yoga. Right? If you can move, if you have to move in order to follow the kind of the action that's going on, you kind of want to walk in the Tai Chi style walk, which is forward, and then the other foot goes base outwards. And so you're not locking your knees, you're walking smoothly and evenly, keeping those elbows in, turning with your core. This will make really nice, very clean footage, moving at an even pace. If I need to zoom in on something, I move to the thing. I don't zoom in with a pinch, right? I want to engage the body for it. So, it keeps coming out of that, doesn't it? Landscape 2 hands, elbows in, turn with your core. Horse stance, and Tai Chi walk. Makes sense when you think about it. Okay, last 2 of these. Ideally, with any camera, you have it on a tripod. Tripod, 3 legs, makes triangles. The triangle is the strongest shape in nature. It's stable. It's the first stable shape. Yes, tables come before them, because it's even more stable, but it's more complex. The first most stable shape is the triangle. So if you can, you want a tripod. Well, you probably don't have one. Anybody carry a tripod on them? Not even me. Come on. No. So become the tripod. You're going to go to the walls. You're going to go to the doors. Get in there. Do it real quick. Run. Now, go.
What? Am I moving?
I'm not kidding. Yeah. Everyone's like, are you serious? Yes, I'm serious. Walls, doors, telephone poles, trees, large boulders, movable objects, space station. I don't know, whatever you can get your body up against. You want to have your elbows in. You want to put one shoulder or the back of you into said item, into the wall, not into this door, into the door jamb, right? In the door jamb here, I'm going to take this foot straight down. All my weight's going this way, other foot, out. I am making a triangle. I'm letting all of my body, all my weight, go into this.